In this fascinating video, three friends are seen enjoying a relaxed gathering at one of their houses. What starts as a typical meetup unexpectedly turns eerie. One of the friends, eager to test out her new camera, unknowingly records a series of strange events.
Y para eso vinimos más o menos.
Dale.
No, qué crota.
Vinimos a visitar para eso. Dale, aclaremos.
Estábamos jugando con ella anoche.
Y vamos a grabar con tu cámara.
Dale, vamos.
Pará.
Saca eso ahí. Ay, para.
Ahí no, tráele más allá. A ver.
Ay, estamos entonces.
Acá. Ahí.
Más frío, tu mate.
Ahí.
Más o menos. Poné.
Ahí.
Tengo un hambre.
Ahí se ve, ahí está.
Ahí está bien.
Feliz.
Para. Yo tengo más experiencia. Pregunta. Bueno. ¿En serio lo que está pasando?
Sí, en
¿En
serio.
Pregunta
¿En
si hay
serio?
alguien en esta casa. ¿Hay alguien en esta casa?
No jodan, ¿en serio se movió? No jodan, ¿en serio? ¿Viste? Vos sos boluda.
Ay, no. Una joda. Ay, fue una joda. Basta.
¿Puedo hacer con eso?
Pero boluda, disculpa. No.
Sí, vamos a ver.
Jodita. Ay, pero para empezar, bien.
Pero si vos...
Bueno, una joda.
Hay que
Fuera
terminar.
joda. Ey, pará, boluda. Estoy mintiendo, no
terminar.
estoy jodiendo. Para clarizar. Eso se movió en serio.
Sí.
Hay que terminar. Agarrá.
No, mira.
¡Ey!
No,
¡Ay, boluda!
boluda, dale, que tengo miedo, boluda.
The climax occurs just before the lights flicker and go out, when a wine glass mysteriously moves on its own, drawing the startled attention of the friends. This peculiar event happens right after they experiment with a homemade Ouija board, leading to visible shock and regret among them. The origins of this intriguing video are enshrouded in mystery. It raises the question of whether this is authentic evidence of paranormal activity or if there's a rational explanation behind it. The interpretation is left open, inviting viewers to share their thoughts and beliefs about the footage and its possible paranormal nature. Stuart and Kaylee, known for sharing their parenting experiences on TikTok, recently uploaded an unexpected and eerie video, deviating from their usual content. The footage initially shows a strange shadow moving by the bedroom door. Moments later, the mattress in the baby's crib starts moving up and down in an unnatural manner. Shortly after, a mysterious hand appears, inching closer to the sleeping child. Strangely, all this mysterious activity ceases immediately when Stuart wakes up. This leaves their followers questioning. Did their night vision camera catch something paranormal, or is there another explanation entirely? The following video was shared by James Fodder, who began noticing bizarre occurrences at home after buying a doll from a secondhand store. These included strange noises and doors moving on their own. Believing the doll to be at the center of these mysteries, James decided to record it in an isolated room to capture any spooky activity on camera. Initially, nothing unusual was captured. However, one fateful night, his camera, which is programmed to follow movement, oddly panned around, as if tracking something invisible. A shadowy, formless entity was seen emerging from the bathroom and running swiftly to the other side, swiftly crossing the room before vanishing. James speculated that this might be the apparition the camera had been detecting, possibly linked to the doll. Following this incident, he continued filming at night, unaware that he was on the verge of documenting something even more chilling. Later, while James was upstairs asleep, the camera captured the doll moving by itself. This eerie motion lasted only a few seconds, but was enough to deeply unsettle James. He shared this footage online, seeking explanations. Now unsure about keeping the doll, James is contemplating whether to confine it to the room, given the unnerving events it seems to attract. "15 years ago, a family bought a house in Kansas City, Missouri, without knowledge of any paranormal activity in the area, nor had they much belief in supernatural phenomena. However, their perspective shifted dramatically one evening. While out for dinner, they received a phone notification alerting them to detected motion inside their home. Upon reviewing the recording, the family was deeply unsettled by what they saw. In the early moments of the video, there's a haunting sight of a young girl's ghost moving across the upstairs area from left to right. Initially, she appears almost ethereal and legless, resembling a wraith. As she approaches the door, her form becomes more defined, with legs that eerily do not seem to move in a natural manner. Midway through the video, a faint call for help is heard, further adding to the chilling atmosphere. Undeniably, the footage leaves a spine-tingling impression. A man employed at a convenience store in Mexico often works solo during night shifts. A few years ago, the store was burglarized, during which an employee tragically lost their life. This history leaves the man feeling anxious about working alone, compounded by his suspicion that the store might be haunted. To share his nightly experiences with friends and family, he began recording his activities. Initially, everything appeared normal. However, an unexplainable event occurred while he was restocking drinks at the back of the store. As he moves to the back of the refrigerator and rearranges a few beverages, he steps out of the camera's view. Suddenly, a shadowy figure crosses in front of the refrigerator's glass from right to left. Catching a glimpse of this figure, he quickly investigates, only to find no one in the vicinity. Numerous commenters on the video are convinced that he captured evidence of paranormal activity. One evening, as he was doing his laundry, a man suddenly heard the unmistakable sound of a child laughing nearby. The laughter would have been delightful if he had children, or if anyone else were home with him. But he was alone, and the laughter only served to heighten his fear. For some time, he had felt an eerie presence in his home, often sensing or hearing what seemed to be the spirit of a small child. With a mix of dread and determination, he grabbed his phone, hoping to record evidence of these paranormal experiences. Never in his wildest dreams did he expect to capture what happened next. As he pointed his camera towards the washing machine, drawn by an odd knocking sound nearby, the atmosphere tensed. Then, without warning, a chilling scream from a child pierced the silence, emanating from the open space above. Heart racing, he cautiously peered around the corner, desperate to uncover the source of the noise. But just as he did, the entity vanished into thin air, leaving nothing behind but the echo of its scream and a lingering sense of dread. In 2021, Leon 18.1H shared a spine-tingling video on TikTok that shocked many viewers. It starts off innocently enough, with Leon filming her son playing outdoors, capturing a moment meant for their collection of happy memories. However, the video takes an inexplicable turn. A baffling event unfolds. Leon's son, having thrown a toy, appears to see something off camera. Suddenly, he's toppled over by an unseen force. This mysterious footage sparked a sensation on TikTok, leading to a wave of speculations in the comments. A common belief is that Leon's son encountered an invisible presence. But this wasn't the end of the strange happenings at Leon's home. Another creepy incident occurs on camera. While playing inside, her son is seemingly distracted by something or someone behind him, and he audibly questions, "Who's that?" Moments later, he spins around as though someone had tapped him on the back. The video cuts off abruptly, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Since moving into their new home, Leon's family has experienced a series of ghostly events. Plagued by nightmares featuring a mysterious man, Leon learned from neighbors about the house's haunted past and previous occupants who had similar experiences, leading them to sell the property. Remarkably, a photograph shown to Leon revealed a man from her dreams, a sorrowful figure who had passed away in the home, creating a haunting link between past and present. Unable to endure the terrifying incidents, Leon and her family left the house just over 7 months after moving in. The disturbing TikTok clips from 2021 convinced many of their genuineness and left viewers relieved that the family escaped in time. However, the mystery of what happened in that house remains. What are your thoughts? Share your theories in the comments. TikTok user Sydney, living in a house that's over a century old, has experienced some unsettling events, leading her to believe her home might be haunted. A particularly chilling incident happened one January evening when her sister was babysitting Sydney's son.
SpongeBob night.
SpongeBob off.
Liam, come here. Liam, right now. What is happening? Okay, I'm calling your mom. Just stay right here.
A vintage rocking chair began to move on its own, eerily turning towards them. In the months that followed, the sense of eeriness intensified. Their kitchen's CCTV footage revealed unexplained knocking sounds and cabinets mysteriously opening by themselves. This raises a curious question. Is Sydney's house genuinely haunted, or could this be a cleverly crafted TikTok hoax? One tranquil evening, a young woman went to the kitchen in search of a family member, not knowing this would reveal the peculiar events in their home. The family had been troubled by strange footsteps and ghostly voices from empty rooms. Confused by these occurrences and unsure how to deal with them, they began recording their everyday life, hoping to catch sight of the suspected unseen presence in their home.
Dis, arrête! T'es vraiment fatigant, là. Je vais appeler maman. Olivier? Oli? Olivier? Oli? Ah! Oli? C'est vraiment pas drôle, là. Je vais appeler maman. Ça a bougé. Maman! 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 Oli!
As she entered the kitchen, she encountered a bizarre scene. A cabinet door mysteriously opening and closing on its own. Immobilized by a blend of fear and intrigue, she kept filming, eager to see what would happen next. Her vigilance was rewarded when a small object fell from the cabinet, followed by another item from a drawer. The kitchen soon became a center of inexplicable events, with items dropping from various places, convincing viewers of the home's eerie nature.